sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. And on tonight, I want to talk about a very serious topic that I need to share. This particular topic is titled as follows: When She Forget Her Marriage Vows, Exposing the Spirit of Adultery. Exposing the spirit of adultery. It's not an easy thing to do because a lot of people fall victim to this. They make excuses, and I'm one who don't participate in that type of activity. And when it is brought before me, I wouldn't be a man of truth if I don't address these issues. A sister pretty much contacted me on Instagram, and it was interesting because her approach was like that of a single woman. And women know what they do, and I don't appreciate it now that I know the facts. And that's why I got to make this particular stream pretty much to not only edify the sister, but also to make other women know what's going on, and brothers, so that y'all can know how to move in these streets. Now, a little disclaimer: I'm not gonna reveal the woman's name, her identity, or any photo of the woman, because I actually have respect for people's privacy. But she know who she is, and I know who she is. But what I will be sharing is the information in terms of DM message, because this is a teaching moment, because she's not the only one that's doing this. There are a lot of women that are engaging in this activity, and it needs to be pretty much talked about. Now, what is this all about? Well, it's about exposing the spirit of adultery. I got my little title wrong in the video, but it's okay, it's a typo. When she forget her marriage vows. So what's really happening here? Okay, let me break it down. The other day, I think it was on my birthday time, I recall noticing who this sister is. And I believe she sent me a message later on out of the blue. And it was sort of like her giving me a compliment about my appearance or how I look and so forth. Now, when a woman sends you a DM message to give you a compliment, not giving you a compliment in public before others, that compliment privately says something else. Now, as men, we know the difference between a compliment and when a woman is attracted to you. When a woman is attracted to you, there's a way in which she reveals that. This particular sister in question clearly revealed what her attraction is about. And as a man, when we receive these type of messages from women, it's a choosing signal. It's the type of signal that will stimulate your thought to try to examine who this woman is. It'll make you look at her a certain way and say, okay, if she's feeling that way about me, then let me check her out. And now all of a sudden, you will begin to look at her to kind of see what you like. But now, the bad thing about this is that this particular woman is not a single lady. And that's what makes this very difficult. You know, as a man, you know, it's very clear to me that there are women out here that have husbands, and there are women out here that are single. What's interesting is that the women that have husbands are pretty much sending DM messages to men when they have a husband at home. You would think that the single ladies that have no husband would be DMing the men that they're attracted to try to see if they can shoot their shot or somehow send a choosing signal so the brother can pretty much pick up on the fact that she's attracted to him and so forth. Maybe they could chat a little bit, see what chemistry could be built up. But when a woman sends a man a DM message and it come across like a choosing signal, it's bait. And what you brothers going to learn through this message here is that as men, we're going to be always looked upon as guilty if we play into that. The woman in the beginning will just look innocent, but if you play into it, everyone's going to look at you. But see, I'm a man of truth and a man of wisdom, so when I noticed what was happening here, I began to ask the sister questions to try to figure out exactly what's going on, because I noticed some things that just wasn't adding up. And I'm saying to myself, like, yo, you know, if you are involved with someone, right, you're not supposed to be sending me any messages about what you think about me. Even though as a man, I appreciate if a woman find me attractive, that's cool, but not from a married woman. That's not supposed to come from a married woman. And even if you do find another man attractive, keep it to yourself. The reason why is that you're sending mixed messages. And what that'll do, it'll open up a can of worms. And also, it says a lot about the woman's character in terms of what she's actually thinking in secret that her husband don't even know about. What it says is that a woman can possibly have the thoughts of adultery on her mind, and she's entertaining the thought of what it would be like if she was with some other man. No matter how innocent it is, it's not innocent. It's actually very wicked. And that's why I got to share this particular information, because as a man of truth, although I'm highly interested in the sisters, I'm not interested in married women. And I need to make that clear. So I made a particular post on my Instagram page right after the issue, because once it happened, I kind of waited a little bit, and then I approached the sister with a message to kind of see what's her status. And then when she told me what her status was, I pretty much sent her a message and pretty much blocked her from my Instagram page. It's no hard feelings. It's just that I just don't want women that are married that send me messages like that to be on my page, because I'm not helping you any more, because You have to understand, if a woman is married and she find a particular man attractive, right? Or whatever the case is, and she remain on your page, it's not helping her to remain on your page because she got some issues that she need to work on and kind of deal with, because and this is why social media is bad, because it's like there's no way to get around it. Me removing her from my Instagram is not because I'm a bad guy. It's because I just don't want that energy around me. You know what I mean? I don't want married women around me sending me messages and then they come across as single ladies, and yet I'm trying to, I guess, chat with them and end up saying something that's not supposed to be said to a married woman, but because she's coming across as a single woman, I end up mingling myself in some drama. Do you understand my point? So removing her was the best possible point. When I show you the text message, you're going to clearly see that at no point did I share anything concerning what I think about her in terms of looks, body type, or anything. Why? Because as a man, I have to do recon and find out who this woman is she single, so that I can pretty much have the green light to move forward in terms of what I would like to say to her. And it's very dangerous when women do these type of things. So what I want to do is I want to go into the disclaimer that I posted on my Instagram page. I already done posted, people responded to it. They can clearly see that there was something wrong. And a lot of people agree that I handled it the right way. The disclaimer is to let married women know not to contact me at all. You know what I'm saying? Just don't contact me with any messages about what you think of my looks or body type or whatever the case. Don't send me nothing. You know what I mean? My DMs is not for a married woman to express her fantasies or what she like about me, because I'm not going to entertain playing with adultery. The best thing you can do as a woman is go to your man and tell him that he's fine and that, you know, this and that. Go to him. Don't go to me. My DM is for single women, for single ladies that actually, it may be feeling a brother, want to get to know a brother. Yeah, she can send me a message and shoot her shot and talk her shit. But married women, you're not welcome in the DMs. If you're married, you got a man, you got a husband, whatever the case is, don't send me no messages telling me anything about what you think about me in terms of looks, because what you're telling me is that under certain circumstances, you would get with me. Pretty much. It's no secret. You know, as a man, if I see a woman and I send her a DM telling her how beautiful she is or how attractive she is, it's very clear that I would get with her. It's not like I'm just complimenting her because I'm just giving her an innocent little compliment. No, men don't do that. When a man find a woman attractive, when a man compliment a woman, it's because he like her. It's because he would sleep with her. Do you understand my point? Men don't compliment women just to compliment women. There's no such thing as that. Just like there's no such thing as a woman complimenting a man, but yet she didn't want nothing in return, or there was no sexual attraction, or there was just nothing there. No, that's BS. You are attracted. And that's a problem. Because if you're a married woman, that's an issue that you need to resolve between you and your man. And being in the DMs of other men expressing these things says a lot. It says that there's some problems going on. It said that there's problems in the house. There's some problems going on. It's like you feel you're missing out on something. And it's like, if I was the type of guy that was a scumbag and some womanizer or whoremonger male, and I kind of bit the bait and kind of played along with it and kind of just chat with the sister every other day and, you know, just being friendly, you know, and get into her emotions. And before you know it, there's an emotional affair going on where she's talking with me behind the scenes. And before you know it, a man with the right words, with a smooth tongue, smooth like oil, smooth like butter, can talk a woman literally into flying out. Come see a man. And her husband may not know what's going on, thinking, oh, she's just visiting family and whatever the case is. But for whatever reason, she ended up getting with another brother. And this happens all the time, man. These type of affairs happen on the job, in the streets, in the gyms, all sorts of places, man. Adultery is running rampant with women, man. Now, for the record, I'm a man that practices polygyny. You understand? I teach on these things. It's very clear. I'm not a man that practices monogamy. I don't endorse monogamy. I don't support monogamy for a man. A man is supposed to have more than one wife. At the same time, I'm not a whoremonger. I don't just go out there banging women. I don't go out there just kind of fooling around, doing whatever, and just messing with women just to mess with women. I'm about finding a wife and building. That's what I'm about, family, development, and growth. There's a lot of women out there. It's pretty easy to get. But I'm not going to contribute to the dysfunction that's going on within the black community. And I'm definitely not going to contribute to fooling around with no man's wife. That's just not going down. That's why I didn't say anything to the sister in terms of her looks or anything, because a lot of red flags was raised. So whatever I have in my mind, I keep to myself. You understand? So now, let's get into this particular disclaimer that I post on my Instagram, and then we're going to get into the DM message, and hopefully everybody can learn something from this message here. Now, let me post something on the screen. This is the disclaimer, number 1. It's a few images I'm going to show. I came on my Instagram page and I post the following. I said, disclaimer, if you're a married woman, which mean you have a husband in whom you should be committed to, don't DM me to flirt or send me messages about how fine you think I am. You have a husband. So you're off the market and your days of flirting is over. Go tell your husband he's fine, not me. I'm not with the bullshit of fooling around with another man's wife. A sister sent me a DM doing this shit and I asked if she's married before sharing my thoughts. She said she's married. Do you see how married women be out here leading men on with choosing signals? Married women shouldn't be in the DMs doing that, because the man will think she's shooting her shot. Out of respect, I'm not going to expose who she is to the public. What she will learn is this is a teaching moment for her, because what she did was wicked. And I'm sure her husband don't even know what she's doing. I'm sure she'd do this with other men too. It's wrong, because if I would have started talking my talk back towards her, then I'll be guilty of talking dirty to a married woman. This is how women pull brothers into drama. Read the DM for yourself. This have to be shared to teach both men and women how men are led on by women. Then when the man react to set order, he's the bad guy. Now, let's take a look at the DM messages. Starting from the left, she came in and she said the following: I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but you are so fine. Now, If we just stop right there, brothers, if a woman come into your DMs and she says, I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but you are so fine, does that sound like a married woman? Absolutely not. That sounds like a woman who is single, available. She been checking you out. This is not the first time she thought of you like that. She been watching you for a minute. She been desiring you. She been lusting after you. She been craving for you. She want you. Do you understand me? Because for her to say, I'm sorry, meaning that, in other words, sorry for the intrusion, but I'm keeping it 1,000. I ain't wasting no time. I'm trying to holler at you. So I'm gonna be blunt. You are so fine. Now, you will know, brothers, that when we see a fine sister and we go tell her about how fine she is, it's not because we just want to give her a compliment. It's because we like her. We want to get with her. You know what I mean? We would have sex with her. That's just the truth. Right? So now, once I got that message, I kind of just checked her out. Like, okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, I see what she's saying. All right. Must be a single sister, trying to shoot her shot at a brother, little flirty flirt. Okay. So I write her back. I said, don't be sorry for speaking your mind. I like a lady that is blunt and right to the point. Tell me more. Keep that same energy. And I appreciate your comment. Now, you notice how my response was? My pretty much my response was on the level of, don't be sorry for speaking your mind. And see, all of you single ladies that are trying to find a man to be your husband, you gotta break out of this being intimidated or feeling nervous and shy because you don't want to speak your mind, because you don't want a man to know that you think he's fine or that you're attracted to him. It's interesting to me that a married woman have the guts to approach a man like that, but single women don't have that type of boldness. So me telling her, don't be sorry for speaking your mind, is to let her know that as a woman, you're supposed to be blunt and right to the point when you speak to a man concerning what you like. So to all you ladies out there that are single, that's the key to success. Not being quiet, but you gotta approach the man you're attracted to and just be 1,000 and just be like, look, you know what I mean? I'm attracted to you. I like what I see, and it is what it is. Would you like to chat sometime with me? What's up? That just breaks the ice right there, and it just makes the brother be like, okay, let me see what's going on. And, if he like what he's seeing you, he's gonna deal with you. It's just that simple. So I said, don't be sorry for speaking your mind. I like a lady that is blunt and right to the point, and that's true. I like women that actually know what they like. Women that know what she wants, and she ain't afraid to talk. She ain't afraid to pretty much holler back. It takes a lot of boldness in a woman to just do that. It's actually a turn on when a woman just can speak straight rather than just sitting back, kind of hiding and then expecting a man to just know her thoughts. It doesn't make any damn sense. If you're hungry, you go to the store and you buy food. If you need clothing, you go order some clothes. If there's a particular brother you like, you hit him up and you shoot your shot. It's just that simple. So I told her to tell me more. Now, the reason why I said tell me more is because at this point, I'm like, okay, this is a single lady. She claims she fine. She says that I'm fine and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, tell me more. Don't just stop there. You already done started this. Continue. Do you see how that goes? I said, keep that same energy. And I appreciate your comment. That's it. So she write back, she says, you're welcome. And she have the smiling face, which shows her blushing, which is another indicator of a woman that is attracted to a man. She's blushing like, wow, I can't believe that I'm actually talking to him. And he appreciates the fact that I said he's fine. Now, keep in mind, at this point, I'm assuming this is a single woman that is pretty much hitting me up. So while she says you're welcome, I noticed that she didn't, I guess, continue or keep the same energy. So I kind of just chilled and kind of just, didn't say anything. So I said, you know what, let me use wisdom. Let me find out where she at. What's her status? I'm not even going to waste my time entertaining anything or say anything that could get me in any trouble. Because a lot of times women will give you a shit test to see what kind of man you are behind the scenes. And you got to be prepared for all of that type of stuff, brothers. Because a lot of brothers talk one thing in public and then in private, they're a different person. Now, as a man, if I'm talking to a single lady, I'm going to talk my dirty talk. I'm going to talk my thing. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to be a man. I ain't going to be, quoting no scripture. I'm going to be talking about me and her. That's just real. But I'm not going to be doing that with a married woman. Right? So I write her back to do some recon and see where she's at. And I write back and I said the following. So, what's your status? Are you a wife or free agent? Now, the reason why I'm asking that question is pretty much to just clear the air right up and down. I need to know who this woman is. Because if you're sending me a message telling me that I'm so fine, obviously you're attracted to me. That's pretty clear. So my next approach is to find out if you're a single woman. That way, we could take this thing to another level. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Right? And I asked her, are you a wife or a free agent? She writes back. She said, actually, I am a wife. I know my candid compliments might have sparked some questionable thoughts, but I didn't think it may lead to insult, which is kind of bizarre to me because I don't really recall why she would say, but I didn't think it may lead to insult. See, brothers, women know exactly what they do. And a lot of times they'll try to play as if though it's just a little candid compliment. No, it's not a candid compliment. When you as a woman DM a man and you start off by saying, I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but you are so fine, that's a strong, strong approach. That's no different than if I'm walking down the street and I'm standing at the light about to cross and you walk right up to me and be like, I'm sorry to bother you, but you are so fine, right in my face. I'm going to be like, this lady really want to get with me. She ain't just telling me I'm so fine just to tell me I'm so fine because that's just a candid compliment and now I could just go my way. No, that had passion to it. That's a woman that's highly attracted to you. You understand? So for her to say, but I didn't think it may lead to insult, what that signifies right there is that it's almost as if though she know that I'm not the type of guy that's gonna bite the bait or play around in that or try to talk a certain way behind the scenes. It's like I'm trying to figure out her status. So when she said she's actually a wife, at that point I was like, she gotta go. Because I don't play that. If you're a wife, you have no business sending me any messages telling me about how fine you think I am. That's what a single lady does. You're off the market, young lady. I'm a man of truth. I teach about family, and I don't think your husband would appreciate you DMing any man, telling them that they're so fine when you ain't doing that to him. Do you understand my point? It's very inappropriate to be a married woman and DMing a man by starting off by saying, I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but you are so fine. That's not a compliment at that point. That's a choosing signal. We got to know the difference between a compliment and a choosing signal of desire. Do you understand me? If I see a sister and she looking good and I come across her like that, that's an indicator to her that I'm really feeling her and I want to get to know her in a sexual way. You feel me? So she said, I am a wife. I know my candid compliments might have sparked some questionable thought. Now she know that her compliment or comment is going to spark some questionable thoughts. She knows that. She knows exactly what she's doing. And see, this is bad. And this is why you brothers got to be very careful when you're talking to women in the DMs, because a lot of times these be married women that either are looking for the attention of a man or they're having these affairs behind the scenes. And this is how these emotional affairs start. You see, adultery don't start off with a man and a woman, connecting sexually. It starts off in the mind at first. It starts off where it's emotional and she's kind of interacting with a man and, one thing leads to another and they having these great conversations and it just gets very steamy. And before you know it, they're texting each other back and forth, sending images and pictures. And, she got her husband over there, but she's so into you. And because you're a whoremonger male who have no integrity, you kind of led her on rather than telling her, look, sister, you're married, you shouldn't be doing this. If you were a single lady, that would be a whole different story. But you got a whole family, a whole man over there. And I don't think he would appreciate that you're telling me all these things when you don't tell him those things. And it just wouldn't be appropriate. So I'm going to have to just kind of cut this off, because I'm a man of truth. And I'm not driven by the spirit of lust in terms of trying to get with another man's wife. I'm not thirsty like that. This is not something new. This is not the first time a woman approached me. So I'm going to have to just block you and just kind of just keep it moving. No offense. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I don't think that I need that energy around me. I need single women that will pretty much do what you did, not married women. It's not kosher. Right? So after that, I pretty much sent her a final message. Whether she got it or not, it doesn't really matter to me because, like I said, I'm not going to entertain that anymore. Once I find out that a woman is married, I pretty much just leave her alone. I'm not trying to interact with you in terms of talking in any sort of way like that. It's one thing if you're a married woman and you hit me up saying, I appreciate your videos, you helped me to be a better wife to my husband. That's cool. But when you come at me telling me, you're sorry for being blunt and I'm so fine and all this other stuff, you're sending mixed signals to a brother. And I don't appreciate that. So I sent her a final message. I said the following on the screen. I said, I don't appreciate married women DMing me compliments or flirting in any way, shape, or form. You came off like a single woman trying to get a man's attention to notice that you like him. Any grown woman should know sending a man DMs about him being fine is a choosing signal. which will make him look at you in the same manner or more. This is why I didn't go in on what I thought about you, because I had to know if you're single first. Now that I know you're married, I'm blocking you, because what you did was wicked. And I will be making a post about this without your identity, because I actually have respect for people. And that's why I never mentioned her name. See, if I was dirty, if I was some, horrible man, it would have been very easy to expose names, images, and then all of that other stuff. But that's not how I move. I'm a man of integrity, of good character. It's a teaching moment. Maybe she's still listening to my content, and she'll respect me even more by the pure fact of how I handled the situation. If a woman is single, that's a different story. If a woman is married, I don't know. We're not going to do that. We're not going to play that. I have high respect for men that have wives. I have highly respect for men that have families, and I don't play that kind of fooling around, flirting around with brothers' wives. That's a no-no. That's the ultimate disrespect. There's a lot of brothers that I know that have beautiful wives, and I leave them alone. I respect their situation. I'm happy for them. From time to time, I compliment different people that got relationships, and I like seeing that. But I'm not going to be behind a brother's back fooling around with his woman, or talking and chatting with his woman, and he don't even know that I'm chatting with his woman in the DMs. No, we're not gonna do that. That's not how I move. I'm not gonna be in a brother's face smiling, saying shalom, shalom, brother, and behind the scenes I have books of messages of me and his wife chit-chatting. That's a no-no. We're not moving like that, because I wouldn't want anybody doing that with any woman that I'm with. You know what I mean? So I made it very clear to her that, it is what it is. I'm going to block you. And whether she received the message or not, that's the end of the case. There's no hard feelings. It's not like if I block her, it's the end of her world. She got a whole husband to make her happy, to give her whatever it is she needs. She's not single. She's off the market. So not being on my page is not the end of the world for her. What I'm doing is I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting myself because I don't want no parts with a married woman who is attracted to me. Now, whether she watches my videos still, she could watch my videos if she want, but I'm not going to have her on my page. Do you understand my point? I have control of that. So another sister came in. I'm not going to reveal her name. She's on my Instagram. If you're there, you'll know who she is. But she said the following. She said, women can be something sometimes. She said, women can be something else. And yes, we know exactly what we are doing. You better know that if you would have taken the bait, she most definitely would have exposed you. Happy Father's Day. And that's true. See, a lot of times, brothers, if we play along with it, because it's innocent. A woman can always say, it's just a compliment. It ain't like I'm, it ain't nothing, it's just a little compliment. But it's really not. It's a choosing signal. It's a choosing signal. If a woman hit me up right now telling me what she like about me and my looks and X, Y, and Z, it's a choosing signal. It means that she's attracted to me. So the next course of action is for me to approach her to give her what she's looking for in terms of, are you with it? Are you feeling me the way I'm feeling you? Kind of holler back. That's what that is. It's just as simple as that. It's all choosing signals, So, yeah, if I would have took the bait in terms of playing around or just kind of chit-chatting back and forth, or complimenting her here and there, or said, you're cute yourself, and you got pretty lips, and then she's like, oh, thank you, and blah, 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 blah. Now we kind of just chit-chatting. No, that's going to turn into some flames right there. Can't do that. You can't entertain that type of stuff. That's the beginnings of an emotional affair. That's the beginnings of adultery. That's the spirit of adultery in the making. That's why, as a man, you got to know how to have self-discipline when it comes to these type of things. Once I know a woman is married, I'm not complimenting you at all. I'm not complimenting you, And even if I did, let's say if I did, it would be publicly in front of everybody, right? And I would make the compliment non-sexual. That way, it's clean and clear that it wasn't me trying to push up or anything like that. But normally when a man give a woman a lot of compliments, or just, damn, baby, you so fine, you beautiful, man, for real, from head to toe, girl, you gorgeous. That's not a man just giving you a compliment. That's a man that is highly sexually attracted to you. So when a woman write a man telling him that, she's sorry for being so blunt, but you are so fine, that's a choosing signal designed to stimulate that man's thoughts so that he can holler back. That's what that's for, brothers. So me sharing this information is not to put the sister down. It's to kind of make her understand that you have a husband, right? You need to focus on him and your vows and doing what you need to do to be attracted to him, not me. And if you do find other men attractive, keep it to yourself. Because what's happening is, if you go out there and you do this with every other guy, kind of just going in DMs and telling men all of this stuff, it's going to eventually turn into adultery. And adultery is not adultery when you have sex with somebody that you don't have no business with. Adultery is pretty much for a woman. It starts in the thoughts. So a woman pretty much commits adultery in her thoughts. Now, you may ask, did that woman commit adultery by DMing you? Yes, she did. Because she have a husband. So she's not supposed to be contacting no other man to tell him anything. You understand? It's just like if a man is monogamous, right? Let's say a man is monogamous. He's not practicing polygyny. He's supposed to be vowing to be with one woman for the rest of his life, right? And he go in the DMs and he's telling women about, I'm so sorry for being blunt, but baby, you so fine. And his woman kind of checked his phone and saw that message. She's going to automatically say he's cheating. Do you see how that works? See, as men, we'll be cheating if we're practicing monogamy and we do that. If we go into DMs telling women how fine they are, or, oh, you have a fat ass, or girl, you so pretty, and you're this, and man, you so beautiful, and your woman saw that message, she's not going to be happy about that. See? So for men, we know there are consequences if we got caught doing that. And I'm speaking on those brothers that practice monogamy. I don't practice monogamy, so I don't have those damn issues. This is why I teach on polygyny. Because as a man, I can have more than one wife. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I go out there abusing women. It doesn't mean that I go out there trying to exploit women or try to manipulate married women into any sort of affair. You know, as a righteous man, I got to stand for truth. I got to have a standard. That way, even if the sister was blocked and she's listening to the video, she can walk away from it saying, you know what? I got a lot of respect for this guy, because not only is he a man of his word, but he didn't try to take advantage of me or the situation in any way to benefit him, and he didn't put me out there to try to, drag me before the public. Because even though he's sharing the DMs and even though he's talking about the issue, he never mentioned my name. He didn't show a photo. And that's really, truly integrity. That's a man of good character. That way, she's protected even though she's wrong. And that's what men's supposed to do. You're not supposed to out women. You're not supposed to expose photos of women. If you and a woman chatting in the DMs or you and a woman kicking it, you're not supposed to try to out her pictures and messages in terms of trying to shame her while revealing who she is. You're not supposed to do that. In this scenario, me sharing the DMs is not really in violation of anything because you don't know who she is. Only she know. And through this lesson, it'll teach her a lesson that you can find someone attractive or find someone, whatever the case is, but keep it to yourself. Because when you send a message, you're acting out on that attraction. It's one thing to find a man attractive as a woman, but at the same time, you got to think about, you're married. Why are you entertaining the fact that this man is attractive? Like, what really is going on inside of you? It's okay that the thought came up, but when you send a message to a man as a married woman, you're acting out on what you see. So you're feeding the desire for that particular man. And if the man was very crafty with his words, he can lure you in and take advantage of you. See, if I wanted, I could have easily played along and kind of, befriend the sister and kind of do that. But I'm not dirty like that. And sometimes women will be like, oh, no, you can't do this to me. And no, that wouldn't have happened, blah, 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 blah. You can say what you like. I know many women that have fallen victim to different men and end up out there doing all sorts of stuff, and they got a whole family at home. You understand? Because once you get emotionally connected to another man, it's over. You're going to find yourself sneaking around to different spots to meet up with this man just so that y'all could do what it do. And then you're going to find your way right back home to your family with a bunch of excuses on where you was. Oh, I was out shopping, baby. Oh, I was at the gym, baby. Oh, I had to go to my appointment at so-and-so, and I went over there and I did this and I did that. And all the while, you were out there getting it in with another man. This happens all the time. All the time. But nobody want to talk about it because, again, it's one of them type of taboo topics that people want to ignore because we want to believe that women are extremely faithful and they don't do no dirt. No, a lot of women are out here committing adultery. Her man is home in bed, kind of just chilling, and her phone is full of DM messages from other men trying to shoot their shot. This is why I speak that social media can be very harmful to women because it gives them too much access to too much different pleasures online. And again, men can have more than one wife, which means I can go out there, find other women attractive, and push up, shoot my shot, whatever the case is. But if a woman is married, right, then I'm not going to waste my time talking to her. Because at that point, I would be pretty much committing adultery in my mind. You have to understand how this works, brothers. If the sister is married, and she is, right, and she sent me messages telling me about how fine she think I am. And then I go looking through her photos, right? And now I'm lusting after her. Or I'm looking at her lips and I'm looking at her behind and her body and how thick she is. And I'm kind of just playing around with these thoughts, right? Now I'm committing adultery. Do you see how that works? That's why it's dangerous for married women to play these games. And if I would have did that, right? And then the sister see me talking one thing in a video, and then she's like, hold up. This brother know I'm married. this brother know my status, but yet he's still flirting around with me and telling me how he liked me and all this other stuff. I'm gonna expose him. Now she got receipts on you to expose you several months down the road. Now how that's gonna work out for you, bro? That's why as a man, you gotta know where a woman's status is. That way you don't waste time putting energy into a woman that's already taken. That's like you DMing a woman, you and her chatting, you telling her about how pretty she is and you know, she's so fine and she make you smile. And oh, wow, this is a married woman. This is a married woman. She got a whole family at home. Rather than her just telling you, look, I'm married. I'm going to just kind of cut this conversation off. I'm not even going to entertain this because I know you feeling me. I know you like me. I know you're attracted to me. So I'm just going to end this. No, they don't do that. They keep that energy going. Why? Because what they're trying to do is get the benefits of a relationship. They're trying to get the emotional energy out of you to make themselves feel good because of something that they're actually lacking at home. You understand? Because a lot of women can end those type of situations if they just delete the person and block them and just keep it moving. But women with these social medias, they keep these things there because they give them access to different types of men, DM messages, compliments, and so forth. No married woman should be on Instagram at all in terms of DMing men about their looks. I'm not saying you can't have an Instagram, but at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be DMing no man about his looks. It's not what a married woman does. A single woman trying to shoot her shot, that's okay for her. She could do that. But a married woman, no, you setting a brother up for failure when you do that. You know? So with that being said, I hope everybody learned something from this. This is not the first time this happened. It's not like I'm gonna make videos about this all the time, but this happens. It happens a lot of times, and it's depressing because it's like, damn. Like how many married women are out here in the DMs of other men, you know, expressing how they feel about another man. And we all know it's not a compliment. It's the fact that this woman would like to get with you. Like in her mind and her thoughts, she crave and would love to get with you. Like it's in her, she entertaining it. It's in her mind. It's in her heart. That's the beginnings of adultery, you know? And like I said, if I was the type of guy that's a horrible man, if I was a whoremonger male, it would be pretty easy for me to sweet talk that sister into bed, literally. She could sit there and say, oh no, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. It was just this and it was just that. You can say what you want. A man with a smooth tongue can easily manipulate you. It was done to Eve in the garden. It was done to many other women. And when you're in the DMs telling a man that he's fine, you already have the spirit of adultery in your heart. So it's pretty easy at this point for a man to come in and manipulate you. That's just the truth. So by me removing the sister, sharing this video, is to let her know that I'm a man of truth, a man of integrity, a man of good character, one who is trying to help her to understand the truth on focusing on her husband, family, possible children if she have any, and to avoid being in the DMs at all. You know what I mean? Don't tell no man he's fine if you're a married woman, because you're entertaining adultery at this point. That's not a compliment. Let's not BS. Let's not play games. You are attracted to that man. You understand? And if you were near him, if you were in the same city, and somehow y'all linked up and met up and kind of just hanged out, one thing will lead to another, and before you know it, you know what I'm saying? You in bed with that man and might end up getting pregnant, and then when your man find out you pregnant, he thinking it's his baby, and it's not his baby, it's that guy's baby. This happens all the time, people. This happens far too much. but it's not being talked about. So I hope that this pretty much helps somebody out there. I'm going to sign off. I've been on almost an hour, and that's about it. Leave your thoughts, in the chat on this one. And, well, you can't leave it in the comments because my comments normally is off. But just leave your thoughts and feedback, and make sure you rate the video, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing the truth, 100% raw and uncut. Thanks for tuning in. Again, to the sister, no hard feelings. I'm just doing what I got to do as a man of truth to set a standard of righteousness, a standard of order, a standard of not being thirsty, so that men can see by this example that there is a way to handle a situation and to avoid abusing women in any sort of way. So that's pretty much all I got to say on this. Consider the matter closed. I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care. Have a blessed one. You ladies out there that are married, be faithful to your man. Be faithful to your husband. To all you single ladies that are fine, holler back at your boy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, y'all, I'll catch y'all in another stream, man. Another stream. This is a premiere. Anyway, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in another video. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.